Maybe. Maybe no. What's up? Hello, everybody. What's up? Alright, it worked. I didn't screw it up. There's like a 90% chance of that happening, so we're off to a good start. Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Live, Laugh, Lukas. I did not come up with that name. That's a Maya one, but I think it's kind of endearing. I really like the intro screen. I can't remember the name of the guy who makes them, but killed it. Alright, how are you guys all doing? I'm going to, well, I don't know. We can do a lot of different stuff. There's so many projects. The projects here are endless. But you know who needs food is Push Pop. So figured we'd go make some Push Pop food. And if you guys have questions about anything, I know like every stream that I've seen with like the reveals and junk, there have been a lot of questions. So now's the time because I'm happy to answer them. But also we got stuff to do. So we'll try to get to your guys' questions. But Push Pop needs food. So let's get started. Oh, another thing that I think you guys could help me with, which would be fun, is I got some new like rock ledges for toast. And so you guys can help me kind of like rearrange his room a little bit. Chicken enclosures, yeah, I mean, in good time. We're growing a lot of plants. I'm not going to show you guys because I don't think I'm allowed to, but we're growing a lot of plants in there, letting them get established so that they have a stronger chance of not getting taken out by chickens. But their enclosure's looking good. All right. All right. Ask your questions. No, I mean, and I'd be the type of person to leak it because I don't really think in terms like that. Just kind of go. And definitely see myself like accidentally just not thinking about it. I think Push Pop probably needs collard greens, dandelion, romaine, the usual. Ooh, bok choy. Wait, chat, are we doing bok choy or are we doing clover? What say you? Who am I? I don't know. Bok choy? Oh, that's a ton of bok choy. I like that. All right, clover's on hold. We're doing bok choy. The bok choys have it. I like it. Cool. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta wash this stuff. Bok choy is yum. We've been like making a lot of ramen at home, and I've been throwing bok choy in it. Did we have it for like 3 nights in a row last week? Yes. That's the goal. I mean, we're trying to make these diets for everybody as good as possible. Yeah, you know what? Lindsay put up, to answer your question, Pink Simba, Lindsay put up a like brush thing, and I redid the walls inside Push Pop's like outdoor area, and I just got to put him back up. But yeah, Push Pop has a brush. I just haven't put it back up yet. Dude, exactly. Freaking instant noodles, that's the secret. And then all of a sudden you're a top chef. Well, okay, yeah, it's cool that you say that, Goddess, because all the grasses I put in there, like in Push Pop's enclosure, they all get really tall. And especially like the Gulf Mully, tortoises like to have tall grasses to like kind of hide under. That helps them feel a little safe. So that was the point of those grasses. And a lot of the grasses that are still growing in there will get to be like that if Push Pop allows them. So we'll see. So it'll be kind of like a maze. Oh, that's what we're trying to do, Goddess. We're trying to give Push Pop the whole world. I already started planting seeds for like a big expansion, so maybe you guys should also keep planting those seeds. A little forest walk. I think I've got Maya on my side, so I think that's all that's needed. Could Push Pop need a hide? Yeah, I mean, tortoises like to feel safe even though they've got a shell and stuff, especially small tortoises. It's a good place if you're looking for tortoises in the wild, is like open area savannas, but under like tall grasses and stuff. They like to bury themselves. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We gotta get Connor on board. Yeah. I think I kind of already did, but not 100% yet. If people had shells. It'd be a lot of weight to move around. People would be a lot slower. But I feel like car accidents and stuff wouldn't be so bad. Maybe. I don't know. Is there an issue if she decides to dig outside of her dig box in the indoor enclosure? Dig outside of her dig box in the indoor enclosure? I mean, that dig box isn't endless. It like ends in like well, pretty much concrete. They're just pavers. So Push Pop can only dig whatever, like 3-something feet down. So can't tunnel her way out of that one. And the entire enclosure is surrounded in concrete. So like it's all underground. So and luckily for us building tortoise enclosures here, the ground is pretty much all like caliche and bedrock, so it'd be really tough digging. What did I miss? Wait, I missed who you guys are talking about. Beth, who needs the makeover? I mean, everybody's getting a makeover pretty much. Yeah. That'd be useful. We had just a bunch of happy digging tortoises do a lot of the digging. That'd be cool. Sounds good to me. It'd be slow work, but efficient. Alright, let's see. Like cutting up Push Pop salads for the last couple of months has like inspired me to eat a little bit more salad. And every time like I try and make one at home, like I make them for Push Pop and I bite into it and they just taste horrible. I'm not a very good tortoise. I need dressing it up. Oh dang, thanks for the 21 months. It's awesome. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. I don't know which tattoo you're talking about, but I'll take it. Alright. I think today Push Pop's getting a multivitamin. And then we'll rock and roll. If you guys have any questions about Push Pop's enclosure too, I can give you guys a little like Lukas tour. Go into a little bit of depth or whatever of how it turned out the way it did and why. Oh snap, we're doing end dive. The tramp stamp. Oh, you saw that. We got to get everybody else caught up enclosure-wise, then we can move on to getting everybody, especially Push Pop, gaming setups, so they can individually stream. Sup, Katana Screen? I'm streaming. It's happening. Live, laugh, Lukas. Alright, that looks like a decent, I didn't realize you guys couldn't see. Looks like a decent tortoise meal. Maybe today, because we can, and Push Pop doesn't eat very much fruit, we'll throw in some watermelon just a little bit. Because fruit doesn't come Push Pop's way very often. Alright. Have you ever seen a Scalyfoot cat? I've never seen one in person, but I've heard of them. Sweet. Yeah. I think the salad goes pretty hard. I think it does what we need it to do. Alright, let's rock. I'm gonna flip you guys back around. I think. Oh yeah.
Hey chat. Oh my god, it's a Lukas stream.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. Oh my god. Enjoy the day, everyone. Lukas. Have fun.
Thanks. Oh my god, it's so sunny. How's your guys' day going? It's a little too sunny for Lukas's. I like pale freckly skin. Got like SPF 100 on. It just feels rough. Rainy but cozy, I wish. It's like my dream weather. I'm most efficient when it's raining. It's snowing up here? Dang. Degrees out. It's messed up. It's the beginning of April. And I'm pretty sure the rains have already come and gone. It's messed up. Snowed in Michigan yesterday? Yeah, I know the low was like in the 20s. Must be nice. Feels weird. We've been like keeping the camera off the enclosure for so long. Try not to leak it. I have to force myself to put the camera on the enclosure. It's okay. All right, Push. Where are you at? You inside or outside? Probably inside. I feel like Push Pop's been inside all day. Yeah. Dude, Push Pop's been digging. Exposing some bedrock in there, dude. Hello. Aowa does have feelings. Aowa's got a lot of feelings. Especially whenever I go do work in there. Hi, Push Pop, do you want like food or something? I'm not gonna take chat in there. You're gonna have to come say hi. Oh my god, it's so hot in that enclosure. Holy smokes. It's a happy little tortoise. Alright, we'll see if Push Pop comes out. Let's get into the deets. Oh dang, dude. Look at this. This poor plant. Oh no. Something's been coming and eating the garden. Well, we've got a really cool plant called wine cup, native to this part of Texas. You can see where it gets its name. Oh my god, I almost fell backwards. Kind of looks like a little wine cup. But that's a, dude, somebody's been grubbing on this. It's losing all of its leaves. But that's perfectly edible for tortoises. And then we got rock rose. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. I just learned about it through figuring out what plants to put in Push Pop's enclosure because I'm new to Texas, but it likes this kind of soil, and I'm pretty stoked. So all of this stuff is good grubbing for Push. And then Turk's Cap is classic. Dude, this is Mexican heather, and it is not happy with what I've done to it. Ruh-roh, this one might not make it. We'll see. I think it's kind of toast. This is a cool one. This one, the flowers are edible. Old leaves are kind of tanniny for tortoises, but this is something called, oh geez, oh no, I'm blanking. Common name's ice plant, but the flowers are edible, so we'll pick this one for Push. This is another type of heather that is also edible. And then this one's the Neoregelia bromeliad. So, I mean, I just like them. Saw it on sale, and I was like, well, they're non-toxic and technically edible. So this one should shoot off a bunch of pups that kind of overhang the edge of the basket. There is the goal. And I think this one's just kind of done. It may have like been overwatered a little bit or just not. It like rained for a few days in a row, and I don't think it liked that very much. All right, what else? What else? Oh, there's a Push. Hello. Sorry, but I brought flowers. And then we'll have to take this really nice looking hibiscus here. Oh, picked the wrong thing, so I wasn't looking. Another one. There you go, dude. I don't know if Push Pop's ever tried lavender before, but this is a lavender plant. And maybe we'll go ahead and pick off a little of that. This is a native vine. What's it called? It's called dichondra, but it's, what's the common name? It's like silver pony or something. Perfectly edible. And this is doing what, you know, the goal is supposed to vine over, and Push Pop can just eat from it. We had a little bit of a cold night, and this plant did not like that. It turns out can't really do like even close to 40. So this plant probably needs to be moved to the inside area of Push Pop's enclosure. I've set up like a little hanging garden thing, so I'll probably move this plant once it starts growing again, because it just can't do any kind of cold. But yeah, we got a bunch of hibiscus. This is a variegated hibiscus, which is kind of neat. Bought it a long time ago. It's just been growing on the porch of the studio that I put in here. So we've got some lavender, see if she likes that. This is Mexican petunia, and dude, this is the most freaking touchy plant of all time. It like, it's just like 1 second looks really good and happy, then it just like weeps. It just kind of drapes over and is like, oh, never mind, not happy. But then like tomorrow it'll be really stoked again. You just never know what you're gonna get. But this is whatever, just common spider plant. Can't remember the genus of it, but another little dangly guy, which will be cool for Push Pop. A little bird pooped on it. Yuck. This is a begonia that has mixed feelings also about how probably the light might be a little too bright outside, so this one might have to go inside as well. But we'll see. It might adjust, die back a little bit. This could be another flower that we pick. Oh, dude, this cactus, I don't think is long for the world. Oh, no. This is a sad state of affairs. Push pop's just been relentless. Oh, well. What's cool is all it needs is this little bit, or probably even just a little section, but definitely the node there. If that falls on the ground, it'll shoot out roots from there. I've kind of, push pop like mostly ate this one, and so I've just kind of flipped it on its side, hoping that she'll leave it alone so it roots, but we'll see. We'll see. These are all like typical indoor tropical plants, and so this is very much an experiment to see how they do out. Oh, there's a very good chance that I'll have to move them inside for the most of summer if I don't stay on watering them every day and moving them around from shade to shade, but we'll see. I built this pond like forever ago, and it's cool to finally see it filled with water and stuff. Dude, Push is so freaking cute. So we'll go ahead and pick some of this too. It's called lipstick plant because of the way it is. Its flowers look like a little lipstick thing. Chat, do you guys know what an epiphyte is? How neat is that, huh? An epiphyte is, all right, so like, you know, there's like aquatic plants that grow in the ground, there's terrestrial plants grow in the ground, or aquatic plants grow in the water, terrestrial plants go in the ground, epiphytic plants grow on trees. And so you'll see like bromeliads and orchids and lots of ferns like to do that. So this is an epiphyte, so this guy likes to grow up in the air, kind of dangle down in trees. Well, let's see if Push Pop likes this too. This is just a spiderwort. Watermelon vine. I know Push Pop likes this stuff. I've been feeding this to Push Pop for a little while. There's another epiphyte. So this is a tropical cactus. Likes to grow up in trees, but this one still needs a little help. Dude, I water this like every day. It's like almost dry. It's so hot here. But let's see. Trudy was really sweet right before we had to have this revealed, and we busted out this inner wall because I wanted it to be like 100% tortoise proof, so it's double thick 2x, and then all like along the walls was very muddy, and so anytime it rains, I think it's just gonna be like mud city, and so we put a bunch of mulch. So Push Pop, she can still get muddy, but it's not gonna be forced to just be covered in mud. All right, dude. What do we think? We've got all the colors. Naruto, she's, yeah, I've been told that before. Yeah, I mean, the couple of keys to Push Pop's thriving variety of diet in captivity can be pretty hard to do. Ruh-roh, we got ants. I don't know if you guys can see those ants, but we got ant business going around. We'll keep an eye on that. But oh, dude, you like the Tradescantia, huh? Like that spiderwort. Cool. I'm certain she's female. Yeah, I am. She has developed the parts of the shell that are, I mean, indicative. The short tail compared to males is for this size. I mean, it's very clear she's a female just off that. But then the plastron scutes, those around her cloaca, like females, or I don't remember what it is. They're more like like really sharp, versus males are wider. And it's just, she's very clearly a female, which is cool. Man, she's cute. All right, Push. I think that's it with this enclosure. I mean, I planted, dude, I planted so freaking much in here. You never know what's gonna spring up, but like all through the grasses, there's these tiny little 10 little baby plants that, I mean, it could be like chicory, dandelion, there's like a wildflower mix with like echinacea and stuff. I mean, who knows what's going to pop up, but I'm excited to see it all grow. We're going to help it along here. Maybe. Is that going to work? Trying to get the sprinkler system on. Aha. Maybe. Yes. One of them's turned on. Two of them's turned on. The only thing is Connor put this nice camera like a little too far down. And so whenever these sprinkler heads turn on, I think it splashes the camera a little bit. So we have to troubleshoot that, but I don't know. We're just gonna sprinkle these guys with a little water here. All right. I've been kind of ignoring you guys. Sorry. Do you guys have any questions? How are you guys doing? Give it a shield. That's a good idea. But then, I don't know, block the view. Because the sprinkler head is like kind of on the same plane as the camera. So I don't know. Push does drink water. Totally. Yep. And on really warm days, I've taken care of giant sulcata tortoises before. I'm assuming that pond will get a lot of good use. Push does have water inside, yeah. But sulcatas come from really intense hot places in Africa, and so water needs compared to other tortoises are pretty low. They probably get a good amount of the water they need from the food, but doesn't hurt to have extra water just in case. Oh geez, dude, I'm such a slow freaking reader. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, every kind of thing that we did in here, including the sprinkler, is for a little bit of enrichment. Like the sprinklers are going to help keep this lawn nice and green. But she doesn't seem to mind at all. But I mean, something new and exciting she's not experienced. I mean, she's hasn't really been outside a ton, so like rain is probably somewhat of a new thing. Ah, that one decided to turn on. Didn't really get shown off, but she's got like really nice cedar shingled roof. On I think what we're gonna, I don't know. I want to make like a sign or something that says like Push's hut or something, but we'll see. Smells like a freaking cottage. It's so nice. Yeah, that'd be funny. That's a little out of my wheelhouse, getting them to like detect motion and stuff, but that'd be a good one. It's refreshing. I mean, it gets so hot here. Not really complaining about getting splashed there. I mean, I like radiant heat panels as long as you've got the like good gauging on like the hotspot. I don't like radiant heat panels in like a super enclosed space personally. I think things get burned by them. Been a part of a lot of like rescues where that's been the case. Oh my god, it's so hot in here, dude. Just like the way you like it, but I hate it. So that is it's like a hanging garden thing that I might move some of those plants into. But anyways, little indoor view, nice digging area. Not in love with the digging area, but we kind of threw it together and it does what it needs to. All right, dude. Are you ready to grow a ton this summer? I'm ready. Gotta eat, buddy. All right, later, Push. Push could get those big heat projectors. I mean, she's got those like infrared heat panel things which are already overkill for the small space. I guess what I'm saying is like, unless you're heating up a really big room, in my experience, those kinds of panels are a little overrated because they just get stuff so freaking hot so quick. So you pretty much have to turn them off to keep the ambient temperature where you want it. So in the right application, like I've seen them, like the Toronto Zoo is sick for that. They're, oh no, wait, was it the Toronto Zoo? I think so. Their tortoise exhibit, I'm pretty sure it's the Toronto Zoo. They've got like a bunch of those radiant heat panels, and they have to heat up like a big area that's in a gigantic room. And I like that for that context. For like my personal animals too, I just am really careful with the thermostat that I use and the placement so that the snake can't. Here with the way I would use them. Full size, dude, that's a good question. Well, I mean, it's kind of negligible whether or not full size is really a thing. Push pop could, you know, in all likelihood, just keep growing for their entire life because their growth slows way up as they get older, so it's a little hard to measure. But I mean, could be like a decade or more before push pop's like hundreds of pounds. But oh, what's up, dude? But I just ordered a push pop. Maybe I need the other tripod. I got rocks, so we're gonna put the rocks up. Yeah, I mean she's so tiny. She's still like, you know, a little baby. I worked with a what? He was like 80 something pounds. The sulcata tortoise that I originally worked with, and I have no idea how old he was because he was found like roaming a neighborhood, but probably 20s or something. So, and they take a little while to grow. The bugs and reptiles probably won't get IR cameras because they can see all that, and it might keep them awake. And we don't want to disrupt their sleep habits or anything. So, probably not. Definitely not the reptiles. Probably not the inverts. But honestly, cameras aren't really my wheelhouse. That's a Connor thing. Alveus could get mantises. The issue is people get really attached to all the animals here, and mantises just don't live very long. As cool as they are, it's just a tough one. Everybody loves all the ambassadors, including the staff here, and mantises just. I mean, honestly, if there's ever like somebody, you know, if there's a mantis in need of rescue, like we would, but they just don't live very long, so it's probably not likely. Oh, I can't. Rotten cheese it. I can't reveal how Georgie's enclosures. I mean, it's going good. It's almost done, but I can't show you guys or anything. And I can't really talk about it too much. I don't think so. But that one's the next enclosure to be revealed. So soon. Yeah, the downside of parasocial bonds. Yeah. Man, mantis name 1, mantis name 2, and then just keep on going. Team Trigger, that's a tough one. I mean, I I personally deal with. I can't speak for Alveus. I'm not the guy who makes those decisions. I just know how to take care of the stuff. And I like building the habitats. I mean, I personally rescue a lot of that kind of stuff and help rehome or whatever. But I don't know if that's Alveus's niche. But I'm happy to educate in any way Alveus wants me to about that kind of thing, because that's a topic I'm pretty passionate about. It's pretty messed up. You demand leaks? Thanks, Sushi. I'm having a pretty good week. I don't know if it's the freaking allergies or whatever from the cedar trees here, but my throat is not in a good way, but doing pretty good on my third coffee. Thanks for the Prime sub. Heck yeah. Phoenix for real. This week's been bad. Alright. I don't know what you guys can see. Oh, what do you guys see? You guys can see. I think we're potentially gonna put like a camera right there. So I gotta avoid ledge work there. But there's a big flat wall all along the back. I mean, limited space in between. We're just going in, chat. We're going in. Limited space behind there. And over above that ginger, there's some free space. And we've got decent sized ledges to work with. This one's pretty big. So we gotta make some decisions, chat. Kinda nothing should go on this wall. That's the only thing. So we've got the cam there, and there's gonna be another cam down there. So we've got pretty much, I mean, those two walls. And can remove any of these sticks. I'm just gonna try and find the best way to set you guys up. Maybe. Don't fall. I don't know. Square on the back wall, that one, it's what we use to measure. It's like the temperature and thermometer and hygrometer. It's digital, so we get alerts to our phones with changes in temperature and stuff. Hello, Toast. You gonna check chat out? When we upgrade their wolf enclosure? Landscape-wise, soon. I mean, that's like... Akila's got to kind of get over his stuff. He's got, got to get out of the room into the big enclosure and stuff. But, like, I don't know. I want to plant a bunch of trees in there and, like, go around and make it look all foresty and stuff. So, soon. Toast, where are you going? Hello. Hell yeah, Big Al. We just got to take Alveus over with plants. As long as they're, like, not super tropical and, like, don't need a ton of water every day. Which Texas has, like, a ton of, like, especially Central Texas, a ton of really cool plants that I've been learning about. They're freaking sweet. I might take off this branch because it's very much in the way. Because what I'm seeing here is, let me see. There's like this and this cork bark that, also Toast is just hanging out right next to you guys. Like this one and this one that lend themselves pretty well to like being kind of like little walkways to an upper up a rock work, which would be kind of sick. We do have to watch. No, those are just LEDs up there, so we don't need to worry about UVB burns or anything. All right, Toast, they're going back. Toast is so endearing, dude. Blue tongue skinks are the best. What do we think, Toast? You gonna help me with construction? Alright, we can scrooge that out of the way. That makes for some decent ledge space, I think. Oh, dude, that's kind of sick. Kind of creates like a nice like little cave back in there. That's kind of sick. Let's see if we've got other cool rocks to work with. That's rock number 1. All right, jot it down. That's rock number 1. Let's see what you guys think about rock number 2 here. A little smaller. A little bit smaller. Now keep in mind, we got the camera right above you guys. So like, if push ever goes like down in there to the camera, push isn't, or not push, Toast isn't gonna be super visible. But I like that it creates a lot of like crevices and stuff, like little spots for Toast to kind of crawl around and like feel safe squeezed in between. So I think I'm more of a fan of rock number 2 compared to rock number 1. What say you guys? Second for sure, yeah. Rock number 2, all in favor? All right. Rock number 2 it is. But what looks better? Upside down or right side up? They aren't just rocks, they're minerals. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. Gotta find the right size bit here. Nope. Ah. You go vertical like this. Huh. Perfect. Give him the marm climbing wall. Marms are one that I'm really freaking excited to start doing. We've got the parrots and the marms, I think, are what I'm most stoked for. Foxes are gonna be sweet too. I don't know, they're all good. Alright, gotta find good points to kind of anchor it down with. Got very beefy screws to do this. And then Toast is standing by, making sure that it's up to code, you know. Toast, what do you think? Nope, not long enough. Whoops. Well, that screw's just stuck in there. I screwed up. Oh no. Alright, let's do this one here. Toast just wants to make sure that it's up to code and we're doing things safely and by the book, you know? This wasn't like that. I think I kind of like it this way more. I don't know why. It's got a little bit more pizzazz, you know? All right. Okay, well, now there's a big ugly screw staring me in the face. Dang. Well, you gotta lick the new rock. Those are the rules, you know? You gotta make sure it's okay. Alright, it wouldn't hold me up. We'll send a couple more screws in. Definitely hold Toast up, but let's see. I think after this Toast, you might need some cockroaches or something, huh? As a reward for being so chill. Alright, that's for sure toast proof. Alright, cool. Another rock. We've got 4 more rocks to go, and I'm like drenched in sweat because this room's so hot. Dang. Well, I mean, I think he cares. You know, he's just polite. No, sure, no, that's not going anywhere. Nah, we're good. Dude, you know what? That's a super good question. I don't think so. I remember there being something a little bit about head shape whenever I cared a lot about sexing the blue tongues that I took care of. But I don't think there's a super easy way to sex them. I could be very wrong. You guys could Google something and prove me wrong. But if memory serves, there's not just like a super indicative way that makes it easy to sex blue tongues. All right, moving on to the next rock. I do what I can for the screws, you know. All right. Now what? Because there's not like a ton of UVB up here. Like this is just LED lights, so we can kind of get crazy with it. We could go like up. I don't know if you guys can see. Dang. Yeah, we can kind of like go up here, keep stacking. You just need a little pivot there. Like we could do something like that or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? We can kind of give a little space. I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll call this rock number 1 for this area. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Here's how we're looking. Take a step back here. That's kind of cool. I mean, we've got a couple other rocks here too. So here's what we're cooking with. So these are the rocks we got to choose from. That's rock number 1. What say you guys? Try something else out? I mean, that's cool that you say that, kissing Wookiees. I think a lot of people overthink it. I just like to have fun. Maybe it's because I've built a lot of this kind of stuff, and it really doesn't matter that much as long as they can't hurt themselves on it. And it's just kind of thinking about how it could possibly best benefit them. So like this one, it's got like a nice hiding spot under there. It can pretty easily climb. It's wide enough that, I mean, toes can fall from there and it'll be totally fine. But that looks kind of cool. But that rock could look really cool somewhere else too. Doesn't really matter. What do you guys think about this one? Try something else out? This one could be kind of cool too. I don't know. Tess, where are you going? Tess, what do you think? Maybe we'll let Toast pick. What do we think? All right, point your head in a direction, and then we'll make that call. What do we think? Oh? Is that rock number 1? That seems like a big ask, dude. That's a big rock. Going right there? I don't know. Or is it that one? No, dude, these are tough decisions. Tess is like, it's a little bit too much responsibility. Unless you're going to try and climb out on this one? I don't know, dude. Just some donkeys. You can totally blood test. Yeah, for like how we take care of blue tongues, and we're not anticipating breeding or whatever. So like the sex really doesn't matter to us. In cases where you would breed, or like if you had to set up like some sort of, that's really the only context I can imagine it mattering. If you take consistent care of all your blue tongue skinks with like the right calcium and stuff, like it really doesn't matter much. Yeah, exactly. Why worry when there's, especially if you're just gonna like stick a needle and draw something. I mean, it's not a big deal, but like if you don't have to, why do it? All right. Well, Toast wasn't very much help, so let's try that rock, or that's rock number 1. We're just going with vibes here. Rock number 1 or rock number 2. Ooh, that puzzles nicely there, and I kind of like that. Like it kind of helps with the natural look. It just kind of fits on that, but it's a little smaller. What do you guys think? Rock 2. Yeah, 2 is cooking. I agree. Rock 2 is kind of where it's at. Super easy install too. There's like nice ledges there to hide the screws. Dude, that's kind of sick. Could like shove some moss in there. I don't know. It's kind of cool. All right, rock number 2 I think is the one we're doing. It's cool as heck. Again, have I heard of Abatron? Mm-mm. like the cheese brie. I don't actually want to do that. And I'll tell you why, because sometimes lizards coming into contact with other lizards like that, especially if they're like males and a little bit more like territorial or whatever, I can kind of like fire them up. I've taken care of a lot of chameleons where they would totally do that. Bearded dragons would totally do that. I've not tried that with blue tongues, but like in general, like I don't think I would. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know exactly what to do. It could be just totally nothing, but yeah, it's not really worth finding out, in my opinion. There's other ways we can enrich this dude. All right, that's nice. Heck yeah. Dude, we can even attach these two to themselves. That'd be cool. We don't have to though. Never mind. We're not going to do that. I mean, that's already not going anywhere, but we'll throw in another screw for, keep it to code. I think. Oh, this tripod's sick. You can like wrap it around branches and stuff, keeping this in place. That's so cool. I need to get one of those. No, we'll slap it. Once it's all done, we'll slap it and say it's not going anywhere. Of course. Oh, I'm not a rookie. All right, let's see. Big Al, do you keep like the bearded dragons like together inside of each other? Are they all females, or are they? How'd that go? Did you just do it individually, or just have like one bearded dragon at a time and you've just had a bunch? Uh-oh. Screws are not enriching for toasts. Oh, that's cool. They ever like lay eggs and like have babies and stuff? This is the one time I did that because we got like a rescued pair and we kept them together for a little while while I set up like permanent homes, and they had babies. And so then I had a bunch of this is like years ago, but I had a bunch of babies to rehome. Yeah, no, it was fun. It is, I don't recommend it. I mean, that's an interesting comment there. Animals are smart. They're good at doing what they need to do. Maybe not good at being people, but they're pretty sweet at being lizards. Alright, got the second screw in, so it's up to code. Alright, here we go. All right, I think we're gonna keep crawling along with the rock work. I have to pay attention to what you guys are seeing. I think we'll grab you guys out, and maybe we're working on the second half of this tank now. All right, that's what we've done so far. I'll work on getting that big ugly screw out later. All right, on to the second part. Let's see. I think it might call for this big rock. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can set you guys up in this corner. Team shirt, we can't do that side wall, but this side wall is fair game. So we can do anything on the back wall and this wall. The huge rock. Yeah, Big Al. I mean, I am a little surprised, and like, I mean, just how much Noodle's been using those rock ledges. I didn't know it was going to make that big of a difference, but it's really cool. Noodle's been hanging out on those rock ledges like a lot, and I kind of I don't want to like have a ton of like surplus stuff like taking up space, so I ordered like these rock ledges in like one batch at a time. But more rock ledges are coming Noodle's way for sure. I'm glad you think so. The mouse. All right. Let's see how this looks. I mean, this is such a big rock. I don't know. And there's no UVB needed around this side, so it doesn't really matter too much. We just have to keep in mind we got to give toast a good way of getting up there. And I mean, another option is this could like just go on the ground. Like you could bury this edge a little bit and just it could stick up. Like that could just kind of go like in the ground there or something. We got options. Huh. You guys. Thanks, Big Al. Did Noodle try it? No, Noodle's still cooking. But earlier today I couldn't see Noodle's eyes because they're so opaque. But looking at Noodle right now, I mean, we can take a break. I think. What time is it? I got like 20 minutes before I get to go home. So, maybe we don't get to take too much of a break. There you go. Speak of the devil. Noodle's chilling on the ledges. I love the way Noodle's tank smells. It smells so freaking fresh and jungly. Love it. All right. Back to it. Maybe we need a different angle here on the tripod. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that does it. All right. I wonder if this does anything cool. I just don't want to take up too much light from the plants. You can also remove that sensor. Oh goodness. Maybe I can. If I can find what it did with the bit. There it is. Cool. That gives us a lot more options. See, that's kind of sick. But if we did something like this on top, ooh, see, that's kind of sick too. Dude, we got options. Good night, Lily. I got 20 minutes, so we're just gonna make some decisions here. And if we hate it, I can remove it. What is CMYK? What's that mean? Oh, it's a person. I see. Oh, you're going to night. You're going to bed. Yes? I need to focus on what's going on. Oh, I see. All right, good night. Oh, gotcha. It's like RGB, but better. Yeah, heck yeah. All right, it's not going anywhere. Let's see. Oh, dudes. Oh my god. This enclosure's on the ground and having to like bend down to my knees are like not super stoked about that. Like at all. I just wonder if Toast would even use this over here. Here's where we're at. I don't know if you guys can see it. This just seems like Toast could, if they really wanted to, I think. But maybe it's like better just as kind of like rock work down on the ground or something. Because maybe I could fit the really big one up here. I don't know. Let's see. Oh god. Oh yeah, it really is. It's a bummer. I don't know. A long time ago, like in my early to mid 20s, like big part of my job was like being a trim technician for big animals. So like trimming pig tusks and hooves and stuff. And a lot of that was on the knees. And like whenever I first started in my early 20s, that was rough. And then I got better. I got kind of used to it, but I am not used to it again. Not like polar bears. No, I've only seen bears. I've not ever worked with them. That's just a really big rock for that space. Maybe. Let's see if we can make this work. Oh, dude. This ginger's like crispied. I need to increase the misting in here. Dry as can be. Oh, dude. Thank you for the 5 months. All right. Let's see. See if we can't make this work. I should have not done the biggest rock for last. Oh well. I mean, it doesn't look beautiful, but like, I think it'll work. You know? It's kind of whatever. Gives the rock a place. And still creates a lot of little cubbies and stuff for push. A lot of hiding spots and kind of staircase up to a bigger one. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Oh, dude. Thanks for the sub. It's kind of a fun little cave. Yeah, it's nice. All right, but I gotta flip it over to see if that's just magically better. Otherwise. It's not magically better. I like it better the other way. Dude. Whoa. Holy smokes. It's the 10 gifted. A 10 banger. That's so funny. Freaking 10 banger, dude. Ouch. Alright, that should work. For a smush brushy station, I didn't share any plans. I mean, Lindsay already kind of built one. I just took it down because I had to redo the interior walls. So I just have to put it back up. She already made a good one. That's not going to work, dang. I'll do it. All right, it's kind of sick. I like it. It's not going anywhere, but I feel like I need to screw it down one more time. There's just nowhere good to screw it down to. I mean, it's not going anywhere, you know? definitely toast proof. All right, here's what we got. I gotta stand up here. Get some blood back to the legs. All right, that's what we're cooking up. So I can keep this rock here, or we can try and kind of continue the thing somewhere. Tie into the. That's kind of cool too. It's kind of neat how the branches kind of web in between the rocks that way. That's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Yeah, I kind of like the look of that better. Yeah. I think it does it. All right, it's not going anywhere. How do we get our volunteers? Dude, that's a good question. I'm the new guy here, so I don't know. I do not know. I mean, so far as I know, every volunteer here like knows somebody here. But I mean, I don't know if that's going to continue to be the case or if that's actually true. But all right, here's the work we've done. Created a couple little caves. Definitely easily accessible climbing ledges there. That one's, you know, I don't know if you guys rock climb, but that's like a V0 there. That's pretty solid. That's going to be like your freaking, I don't know, that's probably like a 512 for toast there. That's going to be pushing it a little bit, but we'll see. It's like a V5. Doable, but like, you know, you're going to have to try it out a few times. All right. All right. Toast. Is toast enclosure 5 foot? No, that's 6 foot. Yeah, each one of those is 3 foot. That's 6 foot by probably 2. Yeah. 6 foot by 2 foot by probably 3. Yeah. 3 foot tall, 6 feet long, 2 feet wide or deep. Toast, Jim. Yeah. I'm curious to see if toast will like utilize it. I mean, it's gonna be pretty different for what toast is used for. It's a lot of climbing, and blue tongues like to usually have their stuff like their feet on the ground. But I mean, it looks cool. It's a change up. It's enriching at least. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's see. I mean, I think that kind of like does it, and I gotta like go home soon. So I don't know. You guys have any last questions for the first what is this stream called? Live, Laugh, Lukas? Thank you. Thank you guys for your help, and I don't know, this was fun. Alright, dudes. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for hanging out.